But hold on. There's a problem. I had issues with my headphones, so one moment. Hey, let's go. Welcome back to another fantastical episode of building Legos. Because of the way I'm having to do this. In fact, I should probably, I don't know. I'm struggling because now I'm connected directly to my PC, so now things are a lot louder than they're supposed to be. Give me but a moment, and we'll begin the show. It will probably be very annoying looking at this big old wire in the way. Oh. Why can't my amplifier work anymore? I'm so mad. Stupid thing. Try to at least hide the wire a little better. Don't think it's gonna help, but you know, it's something. That's so annoying. Why can't my things work? Anyways, welcome back. Welcome back. We're doing another Lego build, and I'm freaking out right now because none of my stuff is working, and I'm losing my mind here. Losing it. Where we last left off, we finished book 1, so we're starting book 2. Looks like we're going to be building most of the leg. Hopefully. We'll try to get through at least more than 2 bags, but I'm not going to make any promises. We'll, at the very minimum, do 2 bags. But beyond that, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, anyways, let's get started. Do I have any news to bring to you guys? No, not really. Not much has changed since we last talked. Granted, though, I mean, last stream was actually quite a while ago, so you think there'd be stuff to talk about. There technically is, but, you know, mostly just work-related stuff. Truthfully, honestly, that's all it is. If it's not this, it's usually work, unfortunately. Which, I mean, as a heads up, of course, work is probably is ramping up a little, so, you know, you're gonna have to probably not see me as often as I would like. You know, I haven't been able to keep up my consistent schedule this week and last week as well. Last week was also difficult to stream the days I wanted to at the times I wanted to. So, considering it's the holiday seasons, I'm hoping I can get some grace, though I'm pretty sure no one's gonna mind if I, you know, don't stream every single day I plan to. But let's see, where the heck is this thing that I'm looking for? It wants me to grab a piece, but okay, here we go. Also, not gonna be able to see this. There you go. I can see it perfectly fine from my angle, but unfortunately the window, you can see there's just a window over here. Ooh, I'm trying to see if I can figure out where the light's coming from. But I'll grab the pieces. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as I mumble and grumble to myself about slight annoyances in my life. Because that's usually what these boil down to, right? It's just the ramblings of a crazy person talking at a camera. Well, not even at a camera, at a screen. There we go. Now, let's figure out what exactly we're doing here. We're attaching this. Ah, come on. I heard it click. You were supposed to click. There you go. This is getting really built up. What is this? Okay. It's like that. Alright. That is gonna stick. Oh. One extra bit. Right down here. Man. I really wish I plans. Actually, as of today, as of recording of today, the Final Fantasy, there's a festival. Well, there's a expo happening over here in LA for Final Fantasy. I think it's I'm not a big Final Fantasy person. My brother is, so that's the only reason why I'm aware of it. Is they're having some kind of expedition. They're having some kind of show. Something's going on, Final Fantasy related. I think it's 14 related. And unfortunately, My brother wasn't able to get his tickets. I was prepared to go and do that sometime this week. I don't know exactly when the day is, but all I know is that tickets sold out immediately, and therefore we are not going to be going, which is unfortunate because I mean, there's also the desperate attempt to try and buy scalp tickets day of, but you know, if history has taught us anything, it's usually don't buy scalped tickets. It's never worth it. You're paying, you know, an extremely high cost just to do an event that, you know, people paid a normal amount to do. And not only that, but tickets in general have gone up price regardless, you know. Concert tickets, I think, are the prime example. But I mean, when I say that, I'm usually talking about like Taylor Swift, who famously has what was it, $1,000 tickets, something like that, for her concerts. No, it could be the King of England, and I would still not pay $1,000 to see him sing or do a live performance. I don't think any amount of money in the world justifies a single person pay that much for a single person performance. I think. I'm sure some people, I mean, definitely, you know, fans of Taylor Swift would definitely disagree. Paying $1,000 is but, you know, a small, what is it called? What's the word? What's the euphemism I'm thinking of? A small penny in the bucket? A small drop in the bucket? I think that's what it is. It's closer to that. But paying $1,000 to see your idol, but pennies. But I tend to think otherwise. Even if it was someone I liked, I don't think I would be paying $5,000 to see somebody I liked. Let's see. But yeah, just the thoughts of a humble brick builder. There we go. There we go. I don't really think the orientation matters too much on these, as long as they're facing the correct way, which, shock and awe, despite literally saying that 2 seconds ago, I managed to put it in the wrong way. So, way to go. There you go. Alright, what's next? Got these little bits. Of course, like every single Lego piece that I dumped out managed to flip itself perfectly upside down, so they'd be next to impossible to differentiate, as is the rule. There we go. Thankfully, I haven't had any Lego pieces actually... Oh yeah, I grabbed the right thing. I haven't had any escape me yet, which is a big bonus. It would suck to lose a Lego piece and then not be able to finish a build. That would definitely knock the sails out of my wings for sure. Like if the tiniest little piece was missing, it would be over for me. I would be done. I would throw in the towel, call it a day, go and crawl into a hole, and never return. As is tradition. Let's see. Noise. I need another one of these. Are you gonna give me one? Where the heck is this thing? I need another one of these pieces. And the Lego pile is being very stingy about making sure I have the right piece. Come on, stupid. Where is this thing? Where the heck did it go? It's gotta be hiding somewhere amongst these stupid little things. Come on, I'm gonna sit here and stare at this for 10 minutes Because I decipher every single little piece. There it is. I knew it. You just have to thread it a little. You'll find your piece. There we go. Now we can move on. There's strange shape. Here it is. Weirdly enough, they like, this is like kind of pre-built. It's pretty cool. You can actually see the inside of it. How it's, what is it, extruded? How this is all extruded out. Very interesting. Very cool. I mean, it's strange that this is like a mostly built piece. Like, this could have been two separate pieces, but for some reason they decided not to make it two separate pieces. I wonder what the reasoning is, or what this piece originally was meant for. Always questions like that. See, I need to do this with another piece. So I need another strange looking piece. Here it is. And this. There we go. Man, this week and last week have been difficult. I think we talked a little bit about this, but it has been difficult to stream as of recently. And there's no real good excuse. Other than just like energy levels just always being low, always feeling like they're low. Finding the motivation, because like the issue is like I can sit here and do this Monday through Friday. That's not an issue. Like this, it's not difficult doing this. Like sitting in front of a camera, yapping at the void for like 2 hours a day. That's not too crazy. The difficult part is everything building up to that, and finding the what's the word? I guess the will. I don't know. I feel like that's a little too drastic of a word, like a little too dramatic. But it does kind of sum up how I feel. Like you have to like jump up the encouragement, the willpower to do this. Because yeah, 90% of the time you don't feel like doing this. And I think that's just like a human nature thing. Like if it's not a necessity or an essential, then you're really not going to bother doing something. And this is one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, I don't feel like it today. And it's kind of like gaslighting yourself into, well, I don't know if even that's the right word. But it's just encouraging yourself to try and do it. Just to get it over and done with. Pull the band-aid and you'll get it started. And the biggest motivation killer in streaming is stopping. Like once you take a break, or once you, well, not even, I don't want to say take a break, because that could, but I mean, once you take a day off that was not planned or intended, like if you just decide, oh, I don't feel like streaming today, it gets easier and easier as the days turn into weeks, turn into months, turn into years. It just gets easier and easier with each passing day to say, I don't feel like it today, I don't want to do it today. And I was just kind of like, for the past 2 weeks, I've been caught in that little loop of not feeling it, not wanting to. But you know, the days I have gone to stream, I felt better about doing it, because at least, you know, you got it over and done with, you did it. You can worry about, you know, you can get yourself back onto the saddle. That's kind of the issue. Is once you're off the saddle, it gets harder each time to get back onto the saddle. So that's why a lot of reasons, I mean, I've started to notice that seems to be the reason why a lot of YouTubers are scared of taking vacations, taking days off, because they know they've witnessed this firsthand of how difficult it is to get back onto the saddle. That once you stop the grind, once you stop streaming, even though it's easy, streaming is not hard, but once you stop, it becomes that much harder to get back onto it. Motivation wise, I would say. So I've been kind of dealing with that a little bit, just, you know, after doing a couple of things. The last thing I want to do is, you know, sit in front of the camera for 2 hours and ramble to myself. But honestly, I'll be real, it's been mentally, it's been healing. I have enjoyed just sitting here and just yapping. Why? I still haven't really figured out why It works so well for me? How the... Oh, I see. Still not sure why it works so well for me, why I enjoy it so much. How exactly is this working? I don't understand. So I got this part. Now, how does... did I grab the right piece? I think... No, I think I did. This is... Oh! That's why. Because this is meant to be attached to here. Okay, that's why it looked weird. Because I was like, how did they get this to be so flush? Because it's just hanging off the edge like that. That's what it's meant to look like. But yeah, there's a bit of like info on like as far as like finding your stride and not losing it is kind of the moral of that story. Is you want to find a rhythm and stick to it until, you know, until you get somewhere with it. You know what I mean? For a lot of streamers, me included, it could be years before, you know, before something breaks, before, you know, you drag in a consistent audience, you drag in regulars, you drag in chatters. So it's just a matter of endurance. And I do appreciate the people who do drop by and say hi and talk for however long they choose to. You know, no one's ever forced to come here and forced to talk to me. It's always nice when they do. But yeah, it's just kind of getting that initial motivation, getting the gas started and not letting off the pedal is what I've noticed has worked or been the most effective. I mean, obviously there are other things that work that count to success. I mean, I don't want to like, I'm trying to think, how do I want to say this? I don't want to make any accusations or, you know, there are things that play into the success of a streamer, specifically a VTuber, from my point of view. And a lot of it is obviously the talent. In general, the talent. Is the talent funny? Is the talent entertaining? Are they fun to interact with and chat to? That plays a lot into the success. I say that's like a general blanket thing that you can definitely count on. Past that, is the design appealing? Is the voice appealing? Is this somebody I can listen to for 2 hours, or is this someone I can listen to for 8 hours? You know, because, you know, that's a big thing. Is this somebody that I can look at for 2 to 8 hours and not get visual fatigue? Is it an appealing design to me? Is it, because I would say for myself, overly sexualized models don't tend to do it for me whenever I'm watching, because I'm watching a stream to watch a stream. I'm not there to, I'm not a gooner. I'm not gonna goon on a stream. You know, that's not my forte. So a lot of times I will just stay clear of more provocative designs, just because they don't, that's not what I'm here for. Obviously that's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Not for me, at least. Let's see, how is this getting put together? But of course, I mean, with everything there are exceptions. Like, I'm pretty sure if I thought about it for a couple of minutes, I could probably think of a streamer I watch that does have a more racy design that, you know, I still enjoy because the person behind the camera is very enjoyable to watch. There we go. Where was I going with this? I started yapping and then I lost track of my yap. Wait a minute. Why are these here? I thought these were meant to be here. Are they not meant to be here? No, they're not meant to be there. Okay. So now I gotta figure out how to get these things off. Let's see if I can do it with just my fingernails. Let's go. But yeah, but those are some things. when it comes to that's what it was, a success of a channel, specifically a Twitch channel, as we were talking about. Of course, there are other things, you know, you can be, you know, very outlandish, or you can try to stir up drama. You can say some outlandish stuff to get you noticed by, you know, news channels who want to report on drama regardless of what it is. You know, say some crazy stuff on X, over on Twitter. All right, I guess that's done with whatever this is. Whatever this part is, they're done with that part. I think we're gonna build another one. Or build something that's gonna attach to it. But yeah, for the most part, most people, you know, are chill. You know, whether they're, you know, regular webcam streamers or if they're VTubers, like the majority of the time, the majority of the people here are chill. It's the people who are trying to fast track to success that tend to push the boundaries for everyone else, like that make it harder. Because they stir up so much, they stir up the water so much that, you know, it's hard to avoid knowing who they are or seeing them. Let's see. So yeah, a lot more people who tend to be more chill, just, you know, they don't bring in the biggest of crowds, but, you know, they are, I think, the funnest to watch. Or at least that tends to be my preference for the most part. Are streamers who are just, you know, easygoing. And I think also age plays a lot into that. Obviously, as you get older as a viewer, your taste in content ages up, and you tend to want more relaxed things. At least in my case, I tend to watch, you know, more relaxed, more chilled, more enjoyable things. People who aren't constantly screaming into the camera. Though, I mean, obviously, there'll be exceptions where, you know, you watch people like Queso, because, I don't know, Queso is, everyone says it, but he seems to be like a special exception to everyone's viewing taste. Because I feel like, you know, he definitely goes from being very outlandish to being one of the most chill guys to watch. At a drop of a hat, I would argue, because he could definitely go from just being relaxing, being chill, being cool, to all of a sudden, you know, raging and screaming at someone or something. So it's stuff like that where it's like, there are going to be special exceptions to the rules, of course, as per usual. But overall, I don't know where I was going with that. I'll be honest with you. I was going somewhere with this thought, but I have lost the plot, as they would say. So I'm gonna drop it. Just pretend like I didn't say anything, because I just yapped for like, I don't know, 10 minutes about nothing. And I just regained consciousness, and I have no idea what, you know, I know what I was talking about, but I don't know where that train of thought was going or where it was gonna end. So we're just gonna cut it there. And just try to finish this thing and try to stay a little more focused on the task. Let's see. But that is definitely one thing that I hope streaming has improved, for me at least, is the ability to keep track of my thoughts and not just be like an open faucet of words. Though, considering that last interaction we just had, I would say probably hasn't happened yet. I probably do ramble a little too much. Ramble a lot about a whole lot of nothing. Though, to be fair, that does work for a lot of streamers, just, you know, rambling until they get to a point. Not necessarily a bad thing, but you always have to be conscious of what you're saying online. When the mic's hot, you gotta know what you're saying, or be at least somewhat aware of what you're saying, and just don't randomly, you know, drop like an F-bomb. Don't randomly just drop like racial slurs, stuff like that. You don't want to get caught saying like anti-Semitic things, or like, you know, very what is it? What's the word? Not masculine, not anti-feminist. What's the word I'm thinking of? Not sure. But obviously you don't want to be talking about how much you hate women on camera. That's not a good look for anyone. Though, to be fair, people have made their careers doing that. So, you know, maybe don't take your advice from me. It's clearly, I'm not aware of what works or what is successful. There we go. Stuff built. Okay, just making sure stream is still live. I saw things kind of pause for a moment there. I'm not sure why. That's fine, but that's another thing. Also, my ISP has been dogging on me. Look, it's still doing it. I'm kind of losing frames. Let me look at the stream for a minute, because I'm noticing my this could end up being a shorter stream. If connection's fine, there are a couple of drop frames. I think we'll play it by ear, because I would like to continue to stream, but we'll see if that's what happens. We might end up doing 2 bags and having to cut it short like we did last week. Preferably, I would prefer not to do that. You know, I'd like to get at least 4 bags deep, but you never know. But man, I've been on a crusade against my ISP for like 2 months. I've been talking about it, and I can't get better service in my area, which is that's the thing that sucks the most, is that I'm trapped in this hell and they know it. So if I'm trapped in this hell, I'm gonna make their life just as miserable as mine, or at least that's my goal. Let's see. It wants to be like this, so just keep harassing them until they're done harassing me. And I don't think I'm gonna win that fight, because it's basically every other week talking to a new guy, new customer service person. Every flipping week, be going through the whole country of India before I actually make a dent in annoying them. So this, and then we need these bricks. Okay, and then this one. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this thing. Now we're moving on to something different. Another extremely long piece with 2 of these little ding dongs. Making a miniature axe. There you go. Oh wow, this is wild. Look at this thing. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, come on. I don't know why did it do that. It like jumped a whole block. There you go. Then just like this. Nope, that was definitely the wrong way. Yeah, there we go. And then 2 little bits. Stay. Okay. All right, what are we doing with this? There we go. And then this is gonna sit like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Stupid mic. You can't see the mic stand, but it's like exactly in the perfect spot to be an annoyance. There we go. But just recently on the channel, we actually started playing Arceus, or not Arceus, we beat Arceus. Scarlet and Violet. We started playing Scarlet and Violet earlier this week. And holy moly, I mean, how do I actually feel about the game? Well, currently we're like 2 hours into the game, so we're just past the tutorial stage. The world has just opened up, and I did not realize that Scarlet and Violet was an open world game. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen, before playing it, I really hadn't dug deep into the actual game, so I didn't see a lot of gameplay and stuff like that. So this is like my first exposure to the actual Scarlet and Violet game, and I was not expecting open world, like legit open world, like, oh, after you do the tutorial you can kind of just go wherever you want and progress the story however you want. I don't know actually if I like that. I'm still coming to terms with it, if that's actually, you know, a good direction for Pokemon to go. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, but it does kind of feel like, you know, without the game leading you by the nose, essentially. I was gonna say carrot, but no, by not having the game lead you by the nose on where to go, I feel like, you know, you're just kind of like, what are you doing? What do you do in Pokemon when the story is not propelling you forward? That's kind of like where I'm struggling right now, is like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm here, you know, I can fight the gym leaders, I can go collect all these mystery herbs, or I can go fight the Team Rocket of this game. Like, like, do I want to do any of that stuff? No. Usually that's why the story's there, is to make you do that stuff. Given me the option, I'm going to choose not to do that stuff. And that's kind of like, that's currently how I'm feeling about the game. It's like, well, if I'm not here to do the story, then why am I here? So that's kind of like one thing I'm struggling with. Another thing I'm struggling with is how I'm going to present the game as a stream, or, you know, as a stream / video. Because currently, hang on, I gotta attach this thing somehow. I gotta figure out where this thing wants to be attached. Like this. Is that fine? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. There you go. No harm, no foul. But yeah, currently I'm struggling with how I'm going to present this open world game as a sort of like old school let's play / stream. Something that I can stream that I also treat like a let's play, because again, I'm kind of I'm not big enough to do like streams where I have chat and I'm bouncing off of other people. I'm still small enough to where I have to fill a lot of that dead air in. And I'm trying to figure out how the new Pokemon game is going to help me fill in that dead air and like what direction I'm going to take it in. So that's currently what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do I want to just do, like, obviously I want to do all three things. Like, I'm going to have to beat the gym leaders. I'm going to have to find all the missing ingredients, and I'm going to have to defeat Team Star. So none of that stuff is changing. I can also see that my internet is pooping out on me. So we'll give it a minute to sort itself out as I just kind of yap at you for like a second or two. So we're gonna let internet provider decide to give me more service, and then we'll continue on with our lives. There we go. I hate these people. I hate. It's very annoying because I'm in the middle of doing something. Why are you throttling me? Oh, that's. I'm not even one bag in. We're barely gonna finish one bag, and we're gonna have to wrap things up. Crud. This sucks. I've never had this issue happen during a Lego stream. And it doesn't look like it's gonna want to recover. It's like slowly, I don't know. It's not looking good on my end. So we might have to call it for the day. This VOD, I might keep this VOD. It's like 40 minutes though, but that's okay. 40 minutes into a Lego build is not much at all, to be fair with you. I'd like to at least get one bag done before I end stream, but we'll see if I'm even allowed to do that. I didn't even see what I was supposed to do. I can see it. You can see it wanted to crash on me. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my bananas here. So at some point, these two connect. I don't know how. I can see that on this page. Not exactly sure how that happens. Hang on, let me see what exactly is happening. I don't know how they want this thing to be attached. Okay, that's how it wants it to be attached. Okay, but we never built this part. I don't know where the rest of this is supposed to go. Well, I don't know when we're supposed to put that part together. Oh, over here. Okay, let's try to wrap this up before, because I can see that things are back to normal, it looks like. So we might be able to wrap this up and then end the stream after one bag, which not ideal, but you know what? If things tend to, if it comes back normally, then we might just be able to continue and do like 2 bags at most. But we'll see. We'll see if we continue getting drop frames. There's always a chance, but you know, hopefully we got good luck today on our side. But I'll be watching that thing like a hawk, my KBPS. Making sure that it doesn't completely explode on itself. Come on, stupid. There we go. And then try to get this thing wrapped up. This is gonna end up like this. This is gonna end up here. There we go. And then we're gonna be doing these bits. This one's gonna hang out here. Here. Nope. Right there. And then also right here. Alright. Oh, we're so close. Let's see if we can actually get this done before I get booted off the internet by my ISP. So we're going to be grabbing this and this, smashing these two things together. There we go. And this is going to live here? Like that? I guess so. Okay. All right, home stretch. Come on, come on, internet. Stay with me. We're almost done. Surely you can last 2 more minutes. As I just slap this thing together. Come on, you idiot. Flip it. Attach it here. And then this is gonna live up against this thing. There you go, guys. We're back. We managed to get that 1 bag done. 1 bag! My god. There's my candy as a consolation prize. I'm so pissed. Literally, we got 1 bag deep before the stupid thing crashed out on me. I'm not gonna risk it again because that was like 3 or 4 times that the frames dipped below my liking. My ISP just I'm not gonna. Not a bad thing. This is not bad. This is happy-go-lucky. We're having a good time here. But yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap up things there. I will be back. I don't know when. Whenever my ISP decides that I'm gonna be coming back. So I'll wrap things up here. Thank you guys for watching. We will catch you in the next one. So I'll see you then. So goodbye. Bye 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 bye.